Yeah, so in today's video, we're looking at a laptop that has a broken hinge. And it does happen sometimes you kind of rough up the laptops with the hinges. And so what happens is that when you go to open and close, the hinges that hold the screen actually gets broken. A lot of time I get these into repair and have to do some sort of modification on it. The one that I got today is not too bad. It is not too bad. So I'll have to just use some epoxy on it and see if we can get it working. So I'll show you guys that process. It's not much of a lengthy process apart from the fact that you have to wait for the epoxy to dry. Right? So I'll catch up with you guys. Yeah, alright guys, so here's what we have. We're working on a laptop with a damage, you can call it a screen. It's a screen support. So if you notice, I think they kind of roughed it up, and so what we have is this, where the entire thing is loose. Fortunate enough, because this brace is not broken, I will try to use epoxy just to kind of epoxy it back into the cover. I'm not sure what the effect of the epoxy will have on the wires because I'm having trouble moving those wires around that belongs here, but I'm going to essentially paste epoxy all the way underneath this support up to here and see if that will help. So my quick steel epoxy, I'll use a spoon to mix it in. I might hand it on the mixer and we'll see how that goes. And while I'm doing that, I also broke my little tripod for my phone. I'm going to try to use some epoxy on that and get that back fixed also. So again, we'll add in the epoxy, we'll leave it to dry and see if it works later on. So you'll have the entire day to dry out and I should be able to move that screen around comfortably, of course with caution, but it should get back into place. So we'll see how that goes, right? So again, fixing that broken support. The only other fix I had done for this was to actually drive a screw all the way through into the cover, but it shows on the cover and it looks kind of weird. So I'm going to try this one with a different epoxy that I've used in the beginning. Alright, so these type of epoxy, the ring toothing, the hardener, along with the resin itself. The mixture for these are 1-to-1. So I'm just gonna open it, bore the cup using the same cover. So I'm gonna bore the cup. That's it. Pour some of that into my spoon. Squeeze like hell. I think this one is kind of old, but working anyway. Don't think I need more than that. Let's get that covered back. Next is my hardener. Again, same procedure. If it's brand new, bore the top of it using the cap of the container. And again, filling that. I'm just estimating the 1-to-1 into the spoon. So it looks something like that, right? And the caution with these is that you don't try not to let this touch a skin or anything like that. So ideally I should have on some gloves, and then I'll take my mixer, which is here, and I'll just stir these together. And I can use either end. Let me use the smaller end. I'll just stir these together like that. And you just want to make sure that you have both substance mixed together. So it's a hardener along with the resin and kind of mix them up together, right? So it forms a little light gray color because of the coloration. Good. So at the end it looks something like that. So our epoxy is ready. I have that part also ready, so I'll see if we can add that in. Yeah, so the idea is that I'm going to take the epoxy and place it in here, and I'm limited with time. It gives me about 5 minutes to get it set. And making sure that the epoxy is here, and when I place that flat, I want some of the epoxy to also come through these holes, or through the hole here, just to ensure that it's helping me to hold the part in place. This is already starting to hard up already. So again, I'm not sure what the effect will be on the wire for the webcam. I think it's starting to hard up on me already. Yeah, so I need to work a little faster. I'm just pasting that epoxy in, and that should do. I'm not going to put a whole lot. And again, just press that down, ensuring that it spools up through the hole there. That is what will help us. Kind of smooth that down so I don't have to try to cut it down later on. And if anything, I can just do some sanding on the rest once that's hardened out. Good. So there you have it. So a little bit of epoxy on it. We'll leave that to dry for the day, and that should help us in supporting the cover so that it can open. So it's just one of those fixes, one of those quick fix. My epoxy is already starting to dry. That's the problem. Epoxy dries up really quick, guys. It's already dry, so you really have to work fast while working with this. So we'll see how that looks later on. Epoxy in place, already starting to harden, and I'll update you guys to see if it actually works in supporting the cover. Alright, so after all the epoxying, that's how it's left. It's kind of rough, but once I get the cover on, it should help with that. Alright, so that's how it remains. I pasted enough epoxy that's all over the front, so it's time to get it locked up. Put on back the front frame. Make sure everything snaps into place. Ooh. And close that baby down. And just like that, it's ready again. So I'm hoping the little epoxy will hold for a while. I'm not too sure it will last for a long while, but we'll see. So again, that's a small project being done. It's kind of a one of those projects I do like to do, the broken screen, but again, the work has to get done. So if you like that video, remember to leave a comment below. If you do that in another way that you want to share with us, please let me know. And in the meantime, guys, just keep on having a nice day and go geek yourself.